Hey guys, this is Robin from the Back Pain Secret podcast, and today we are going to talk about how do I stop my sciatica from coming back.
So, here's the important question. How can back pain sufferers like us, who don't want to use prescription drugs or go through surgery, heal our back pain? How do we live our daily lives in a way that allows us to go to work, take care of our families, enjoy life, and still manage our back pain? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Robin Wakeham, and welcome to Back Pain Secrets.
Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about how do I stop my sciatica from coming back, okay? But before that, I want to ask you guys if you have a similar problem like I have, okay? I'm on vacation right now. I have my beautiful wife here, Linda, and my 2 kids. And still, there's always these small work-related stuff that comes up. And it's hard to just focus and leave all of that, So I actually did something yesterday. We have this dollar store here in the town I live. So I went in and I got this mug, okay? You see that? Number 1 dad. Of course, I'm not the number 1 dad of all times, okay? But I keep this on my desk to just keep me focused, that I need to spend time on the stuff that's really important to me and my family and not just do the work-related stuff, okay? So that's a little tip for you, whatever works for you. Okay, back to today's story, okay? Today, I'm going to talk about Frank, okay? Frank is a 30-year-old carpenter. He has had back pain and sciatica for almost 3 years, off and on, depending on what he was doing. And some days it was really bad. He had this knife feeling in his buttock, radiating down his left leg. And it was quite painful. But some days it was quite good, and it didn't really follow any rules at all. It could have been a day when he worked really hard doing carpentry and he didn't really feel any pain, and then he could have like vacation for a week or something like that, and it flared up. So he was very confused because there was really no logic behind his pain, according to him. So internally, he was this big, strong man. Growing up in high school, he did all kinds of sports. So he's a big guy, did a lot of weights. But the thing was that when he had this sciatica at work doing carpentry, he couldn't do all the stuff he needed to do, He couldn't do all the heavy lifting and all of that stuff. So inside, he felt less of a man, like he wasn't manly enough. Also, he was trying to maybe switch jobs, to find some other occupation that didn't put as much stress on his back. But he had he was dyslexic, okay? So he was very afraid of like going back to school and studying and stuff because he had problems with this dyslexic stuff, okay? Then again, if you see like externally what he was doing, okay? He was working hard. He was working really hard doing the carpentry, and he also he was requested to be a partner in a new company that started up, So he jumped on that, so that even put more stress on his back, He needed to put in the hours, and then to make things even more stressful, he had twins, okay? 2 twins. So the twins were just born. He had started his company, and he was doing some renovations at home as well. Just all the stuff was just getting too much for him. Then one day at work, he actually fell down from a ladder. I don't know the height, but he injured himself quite badly. He had a concussion. He dislocated his right shoulder, I think it was. Yeah, that was it. But the funny thing, or the strange thing, was after a few weeks after the fall, his back pain disappeared, okay? And he didn't have any sciatica anymore. That was very, very strange, right? He was grateful, of course, for this. And growing up, Frank had been very religious. But as the years went after, when he finished school and moved out, he never really went back to church, But he absolutely saw this fall as a blessing, He didn't feel any back pain. He didn't feel any sciatica. It was really, really strange, okay? But he was very grateful. So he was asking me, when he came to me, he asked me, he had this conflict inside, He was asking me, what can I do to make sure that my back pain and sciatica doesn't come back? And that's a common question I get, and it's quite easy, You need to think about your posture. You need to spend time with your posture, not sitting bent over too much. You need to stand up straight and all of that, You also need to exercise regularly. One of the best things you can do is walk every day, 40 minutes at least. Also, when you're lifting, lift safe. You know, you're bending your knees. You're not bending your back too much. Not twisting too much. Avoid sitting for too long. You know, we live in a society now where we sit almost constantly. You know, we sit in the car to work. We sit in our little box at the office. So we come home. We sit in our couch. We're always sitting on. Okay, so you need to stand up a bit more. And then also the posture when you're sleeping, you know, make sure you have a good bed with a good mattress there. And him being religious, I told him, you know, you need to pray, put in some prayers as well there for the sciatica not to come back, okay? But anyway, so he did this and he was very, very grateful, but he understood that the carpentry work wasn't really going to be a long-term solution for him because he had this problem off and on, and he didn't want that come back. So right now he's off painkillers, okay? He's working 8 hours an hour doing construction work, and he's also walking every day, which is great, okay? But the thing is, he came back and he wanted more. He came back more to get a strategy, not so much exercise and stuff, but what he needed to do in the future to not have the back pain come back, okay? So he's actually going back to school. He's studying. He's going to become an architect, you know, and do that, and that's going to reduce the risk for him to have the sciatica back, and it's going to put a lot less stress on his back. But he's struggling right now. He's putting in the hours, especially him being dyslexic as well. It's hard for him to study, but he's doing it, you know, and I definitely think he's going to succeed. I wish him all the best. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Take care. I love you. And tomorrow I have a bit of a surprise for you, but I'm not going to spoil that for you right now. Guys, remember, you're just one step away from healing your back pain. Take care. Bye-bye.
Want more back pain secrets? Then go ahead and get your free copy of my best-selling book, Back Pain Secrets, at backpainsecrets.com. Inside this book, you will find my top secrets to healing your back pain without prescription drugs or surgery that have helped thousands of other people just like you.